Hello and welcome to the Build With Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build a knockoff Lego set and, of course, to hang out with all of you. I'm throwing the Bear Cave Lego, the site, the tier 2 blue emote in the chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you're not yet a subscriber, you can say hi or use other people's emotes. Or if you feel like being a lurker, you can go ahead and lurk. And I can, whoa, why won't it let me replay this? I can't replay this. I don't know why. But I want to say Ghost Valve resubbed before the stream went live. So we want to thank Ghost Valve as well because I was here. Ghost Valve, thank you for the tier 1, 31 months, saying almost a year, which is not accurate. That's not accurate at all. Hey, Lord Crashington, welcome, welcome. 31 months is more than a year. Thank you for your continued support. Also, you can see that behind me, over here, right over here, is the Epion. The Epion Real Grade that you bought gift cards to USA Gundam Store specifically for me to buy. It's right over there. And Lord Crashington wants me to do a dance party. It's the last day of November. The last time we'll hear this song is tonight, and I will do that right now. Oh yeah, the last dance indeed. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you for using your channel points for that song. That reminds me, I don't remember if one of my jobs tomorrow is to make sure I have a Christmas appropriate dance song, something to play for the month of December as we gear up to Christmas. And then, we'll finish off the rest of the year after Christmas. We'll do that. I've got my December schedule pretty much set up. There's like wiggle room, folks, that there is a chance that plans may change. But I, for the most part, know what I'm doing. At the very least, I know what my games are going to be. My games last Christmas. No, Lord Crashington, I don't want to get demonetized or my audio muted. So I will not use Last Christmas. And Lastbrook, most likely I will not use Little German Boy. Most likely. It'll be something with sleigh bells that also doesn't get me in any hot water. So the 5th, next Tuesday, first Tuesday of the month, we're going to play Jackbox Party Pack 10 again. We've only played Jackbox Party Pack 10 one time. So we got to get back into it. We got to play 2 to 3 of those games again. I must make more shirts in TKO too. On the 12th, I don't know what I'm going to do because it's Patreon choice. I know what my $3, $5, and $10 patrons will be able to vote on, but I don't know what they're going to pick. So it's up in the air. Oh, what about the 19th, Pat? Well, that's Persona 4 Golden with mods, Christmas edition. We're gonna beat the main antagonist, not the final, but the main antagonist in Persona 4 Golden using mods. And everyone's gonna be in their Christmas best. And then once we defeat the evil, it will jump straight into Christmas Eve, and we'll have Christmas cake with Chie, and that's gonna be lovely. Originally, I was gonna do that on the 26th, Boxing Day, but I did the math, and on the 26th I need to do Pat Baer's Anime Club live, and I will be talking about the fall season, reviewing the fall season, and previewing the winter season, aka 2024 anime. Just the way things worked out, I need to do one of those, and that's the best day to do it, because the season will pretty much be wrapped up, because the way things work in between fall and winter is usually a little bit of a time off there because of the Japan kind of shutting down at the end of the year, most entertainment and things. I mean, most of the country kind of just takes a break. So I can do that a little later. Because originally I was going to do the 19th, but I'm like, I'm going to wait and do it on the 26th. So I'm going to record that on 26th so that it can be the January 1st Pat Baer's Anime Club. So I know what I'm doing this month. Obviously, I don't know what I'm doing on the 12th, but I have like some options. And for next year, I'm going to have to start thinking of games because I don't really have Like, I don't know what I'm going to play into the next year right now. I need small, fun things to play on Tuesdays. Because we're going to wrap... Because I don't think... I'm not confident in telling you that I am going to do more Persona 4 Golden with mods after we defeat the main antagonist, Adachi. Spoilers. And have our Christmas fun. I don't know if I'm going to, like, do Margaret's bonus one, if that's in there, or Marie stuff on stream. It depends on if there are suddenly more mods. Because, like, the real thing is, I don't think I'm going to have any new mods next month. It's mostly going to be because of Christmas stuff. Because, like, so far, there haven't been any new mods added that I'm like, oh, I definitely want to use that. I mean, there's one where you can, like, add more music to the game, but I don't need that. I did get one that speeds up how fast you can read books. But that's not... I've also read every book in the game. So that's just a mod for my next playthrough. If I ever want to do a playthrough of it, I can do that. And I'm like, that doesn't help me. That doesn't help me play the game. I've talked too long before we've gotten into any of this. Well, here we go. This is great. Because we just got raided by H-Bomb and friends. Welcome, Harold. Thank you for the raid. Oh, that's the image that Twitch wants for a raid, huh? Okay. That seems fine. Thank you very much, Harold. I hope all of your streams have been going well, or at the least, they've been going. Because I know you've been streaming a lot lately. And I hope that they have been fruitful. I don't use fruitful enough, so we'll go with that. Anyway, I'm going to switch to the overhead here. Booyah. So, if you missed me working on this before... This is the AE86 made by fake-ass Lego set made by Mould King. It comes in a nice little case here, little display case. We still have another display case now for the other Mould King. Mould King, of all of the many companies that exist, whoa, Harold just cheered 100. Thank you very much, Harold. I gotta do this. Cha-ching. Harold, in the very last day of the month, you have officially become the first person to cheer in the last day of the month. We got it in the end. I appreciate you very much for that. Thank you, Harold, for that, for the cheer. And yes, I'm using Twitch. If you hadn't heard me talk about it, I am now using the Twitch alert system, which works pretty good and wasn't that hard to set up. So that's nice. I think it was easier to set up than Streamlabs back when I did that. Okay, yeah, so I had to explain this. Mould King. I have worked with Mould King. I have now worked with Ufoy, Mould King, and are the Twitch alerts on the VOD? Lord Crashing, that's a good question. I'm 99% sure they are. They should be on the VOD because the VODs are just recorded off the stream. The local recording will definitely have it. My local recording will definitely have it because I'm just recording whatever OBS is displaying. And the regular Twitch VOD should have them as well. So yeah, they should be in there. So yeah, I forget the people that made the Halloween stuff that we built. That started with an S, and I can't remember the name of that company. But this is the best. This is the top tier of the stuff that we have built. This is the premium company of all of the bad fake-ass Lego. This one is the best. Harold is saying, I was just dropping by but can't stay. Have a good stream. Thank you, Harold. Appreciate it. You have a good night. Thank you for the raid and have a good one. Yeah, of all of the kits that I have worked on here. Okay, so this is going to go... This, yeah, so it goes like that, like this. Okay, yeah, of all of the fake ass Lego that I have built, these knockoffs, these feel the best. They don't feel good. Please believe me when I say this doesn't feel excellent, but they do feel fine. They feel competent, close enough, I guess, is what I would say. let's see. Is that supposed to go in the middle or the end here? Okay, so this goes in the middle. Goes like that, and then this goes like that. Double check here. No, that doesn't look right because that is. Then that would go like this. There we go. That looks right. Okay, got to line it up correctly. Do have a little bit of English in here saying Technic pin without friction is what is said about this piece. We want to use the without friction parts of them. What does that mean? I don't fucking know. Yeah, this is not a good company, but this is an okay company is what I'll say. Update from Tuesday. Tuesday, of course, had a stream, managed to take the two VODs off of Twitch and combine them together to upload them to YouTube. So that I had something on YouTube. Quality not great because I have it set up here on my OBS. I am using a experimental feature in OBS where instead of letting frames drop, instead I will have any 1x3s. Do I have? How dark is that 1x3? I can't tell here. Do I have 1x3s? I do have 1x3s. Great. Okay. Instead of dropping frames, my bit rate drops. That is the trade-off that I have chosen to make because it keeps frames from dropping, which is great. But then the bit rate drops so much sometimes that it looks bad. Now, theoretically, knock on wood, I have fixed that problem. We should not drop too many. The bit rate should not drop on this stream. Bit rate dropped a lot on Tuesday. And I couldn't quite figure out why. I mean, there's a couple things going on, and I will briefly explain those. I apologize that I continuously have to talk about all of the many ways that everything around here is on fire tech-wise in the past time. Okay, so does this go like that? And then this goes like that. Sometimes these photos here are at an angle where I'm like, I don't know if I'm doing this right, but we'll figure it out. We'll find out if I'm not doing it right as we go. And I have a brick separator that I can always make use of. So the setup on this house, I'm on Wi-Fi right now. I know that sounds weird that I'm streaming on Wi-Fi, but that's the situation that I'm in. I do not have a way to, with a wired cable, hook up to my router. I wish I did. I wish there was a cable hookup in this room and I could run the modem and the Wi-Fi right out of this bedroom. Can't do that. There's only two places with cable, so we have it in the living room set up, and then I have Wi-Fi. Now, maybe it's the Wi-Fi on my PC, maybe it's the distance, whatever. A regular Wi-Fi connection, not that solid for me from this room. Not a great idea. I wouldn't want to run just with Wi-Fi. My solution to that is a product that Netgear makes. Other people make it. I have Netgear, and I've liked Netgear's solution to this. A Wi-Fi extender that's also an access point. And that's the important thing. So the extender kind of extends the range. It has a better connection than most onboard Wi-Fi cards on a PC. So you're just getting a better signal that way, which is neat, which is cool and neat and good. Now, all right, now that I'm looking at this does look like it goes all the way up, and that looks like it goes across. I'll find out later if that's wrong, but right now that looks right. Okay. So obviously extend the signal, kind of makes a better consistent signal, allows me to stream on here. Very cool. Another thing that happens, which is pretty fucking neat, is the access point part of it. Because there's an Ethernet port on my Netgear Wi-Fi extender. And I run an Ethernet cable from the extender, which is right near my PC, to the PC. So my PC is using the Ethernet, and then the signal that it's getting from the Netgear is being relayed back and forth between the router. That does it involves a little bit of latency. I have a little bit more latency on an upload or on the stream than I would normally have. It's the most annoying when I'm like live, like chatting with someone on a Discord, watching like a broadcast stream of like wrestling, and somebody's a little ahead of me. That's annoying, but like it's fine. Now, what happened on Tuesday? Well, my Netgear Wi-Fi extender slash access point was failing. It's been failing for a while. And I had another one coming. And I was happy about the another one coming because the product has been good. It eventually failed on me, which is a bummer, but it's been good. In the meantime, until it arrived today, my solution was to use another one, a not as good one that I got at Best Buy because I wasn't able to get what I wanted, so I just got what I could get. And again, nowhere near close as a good product. Doesn't do 5G, only does 2G. It was very clear that this was a subpar product. It did have the access point, though. Tuesday's stream went bad because in the process of switching to that emergency Wi-Fi extender, the not as good Wi-Fi extender, in the process of switching to that one, I accidentally, inadvertently, turned on my PC's Wi-Fi, which I shouldn't have done. So the reason why I was dropping all of those the bitrate was going bad and everything was so wonky, was because through the course of Tuesday's stream, my computer was consistently switching between the not particularly great, not as good, but still decent enough Wi-Fi extender and the Wi-Fi. So my PC was trying to reach the router, which is too far away, and it was having a very hard time doing that. So it was trying to reach that router and failing, and then it was trying to switch between the two for whatever was stronger. And that's why things weren't great on Tuesday. That extender, and my mic is peaking here. I am very loud, I realize. I'm going to turn myself down here. My apologies. My audio was peaking, and that's not good. Take a little water here. All right, that's better. So that Wi-Fi extender, my emergency one that was being weird, but also partially it was my fault. Okay, so this wants like this, and this has to go here, but I'm only doing one of these silver-plated ones. You know what this is? Now I realize what this is. This is supposed to be the exhaust. That's what I'm building right now, is the exhaust here. So this is going to go like this. So go like this. And then this goes out. This is the back of the car, and I'm putting on the muffler here for the exhaust. That makes some amount of sense. And that goes there, and then this goes here. Great. I figured that out. Now I know what that was supposed to be. So that extender I actually use so that I have better coverage for my mobile devices in the living room or in the kitchen. So basically, the long and short of it is, you shouldn't see the bitrate drop tonight. You definitely shouldn't see drop frames. We should not have a disconnect, just a rotten disconnect. And my new extender has been working fine. My upload is the same as it has been previously, but my download speeds are way faster than they were on my previous one, my failing Netgear. That Netgear was given to me as a gift, that Netgear Wi-Fi extender. So I don't know how long the person that had it was using that thing. Hopefully it'll last a while, although I do use it consistently. But yeah, anyway, knock on wood, our technical problems seem to be better now. I think we're going to be okay. I don't know. I'm hopeful. God, it would be great if this would be okay. It would be so awesome if shit just worked. All right, so I need 2 of these. Wouldn't that be great if shit just worked and did what we needed to do? Oh, so nice. One of those. And then we need 2 of these. And then we're going to put these like this. And then I'm going to do my best with this thing. Sometimes this is, we're just trying to make it all work. Just trying to make this all work out. And then why do I have one? Where's this extra one go? Oh, okay. So this goes like this. So then this goes on the other side. Again, sometimes these are a little confusing. Lastbrook says, this is why you should have bought a Mac. No, that is not why. None of what I just said there has anything to do with it being a PC or Mac. So here's what I could do. Instead of buying a better, as good as Wi-Fi extender, there are a couple things I could do. Yes, they just work. Yes. There's a couple things. Pat's got to spend the most money possible. So, yes, if I just bought a Mac, then I would have been spending as much money as possible. Now, the thing that I could invest in is a better Wi-Fi card on this computer. Because I do think that the Wi-Fi card that came with this computer, they skimped out on. I don't think it's very good. So I could do that. Now the extender, because it goes through the Ethernet, it just works better. It's more consistent. I'm much happier using the extender. So I could get a new Wi-Fi card. I don't think getting a new Wi-Fi card is going to fix my problems. The thing I should have done was last year at this time, when we had the flood, we had a hole in a pipe and it was flooding and the floors had to be replaced. When the floors got replaced, I should have, before the new flooring went down, ran an Ethernet cable from my room to across the hall to my parents' room where there is a cable hookup. I could have run an Ethernet cable there, and that Ethernet cable would have gone into the router. And that would solve so many problems. Running an Ethernet cable without that is not a feasible thing. Either running it to there or running it, across the floor, above, going up and above. That's just not going to happen. That is, if I was in charge of this place, that is something that if I had a say in this, that is something that I might do. I might just run Ether cable and say, forget it. Run tape it down, run a track over it. No fuss, no muss. That's not going to happen in this house. That's just not going to happen. So the Wi-Fi extender is probably the best solution. And also, if I really wanted to spend the most money, call up Spectrum and schedule an appointment to install a cable line jack in this room. I don't know how much that would be. I don't know how long that would take. I don't know it. I know that'd be worth it. That is probably the thing that I should have done a couple years ago. I should have been like, hey, here's what I would like to do. How feasible is that? And find out if that is something that could get done. Because if I just had Ethernet in this room and then Wi-Fi to the rest of the house, and I even put the Wi-Fi extender out in the living room or something, so so Wi-Fi went out farther or something like that, that would honestly be the best solution. But we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing any of those things. Again, these are things I could have done I probably should have run an Ethernet. Here's the other thing. If I ran an Ethernet cable under the floor, there's a chance that, what if I fuck up that cable? What if it gets ripped out, the connector goes bad, then I got to get geared and I got to put in a new connector myself. Like, the Ethernet cable under the floor is a thing that I, like, in hindsight, I'm like, I should have just done that. But then, like, in reality, I definitely shouldn't have done. The real is, well, what if what I could have done and maybe should have done is just gotten a cable hookup in here and done that. And we haven't done that. And I don't know how much that would be. It might be nothing. They might just go, okay, well, we can do that. They might be like, that's $100 and we're backed up for 3 months. Like, I don't know. Anyway, this solution works. It didn't cost that much money. It mostly cost headaches and a lot of time. And I'm used to both those things. So, in the end, we win. If it does mean that I'm doing this. And then also, hey, 2 months from now, doesn't even fucking matter. At the end of January, for a month and change, I move out into the hall. And so it doesn't matter. Or out into the Carolina room, the bonus room. If you are unaware, folks that don't know, for the month of the end, so from the end of January through all of February, my folks go to Florida, which is lovely for them. Very happy that they go do that. I don't go to Florida when they go. I stay here. But because I have the house to myself, I move out of this room. I sleep in this room, but I move all of my computer stuff. I move these 2 tables that I use. Sorry, 3 tables, because I have a folding table that is where my lots of my tools and such go on, that I move out of the way and then pull forward because I'm blocking access to other things when this table is here. I move all of these tables out of here into the Carolina room and set up out there. And then I build like a little set, and then I don't have to tear anything down or move anything or do anything like that. And then at the end of the night or the day when I'm done doing work on the computer and I'm out of there, I get to do a cool thing, which is come into a room that doesn't have a computer in it. It doesn't have my computer in it. And then I can just relax there. And it's pretty great. All right, so this connects to this side like this, and this side like this. Yeah, all right. And then this goes like that. Okay. And it's great. I love doing that. There are, to me anyway, legitimately 0 downsides when it comes to that. It is all upside. This simple idea of just like having a separate space, having more space. There's a bit more echo, but I keep this mic so close to me anyway that I do minimize that. So that is that, like I said, there is a bit of a concession there, but I have done my best to minimize that as much as possible. My one major thing is it's during the winter and that room is cold because there's tile on the floor. And even though there are new windows, like 2-year-old windows, it's still pretty chilly in there, which is not ideal. But that is a small price to pay for just... Also, this room doesn't get hotboxed by my computer constantly, which is great. All right, so I got to put on one of sticker 1. I'm putting on the front. I'm putting on the front license plate here, and I'm going to make sure this is the under side of it. So yeah, it looks like that. I mean, here's the thing. I put the sticker on. If I fuck up, I take I pop it out, turn it upside down. No problem. But I kind of want to do this right. Also, I want to try to do these right because I don't have faith that these stickers are going to be as good as the Lego decals, and I might have to then, do something else to get them to stick if I have to take them off and move them around. So, trying to nail it. I talked about my streaming schedule. The rest of the streaming schedule, pretty straightforward as far as like what I'm up to this month. Starting on Saturday, we go back to um, being in Makers and Crafting instead of just chatting. Today's the last day to get in on the Crunchyroll Megafan Premium membership thing, the 60-day free trial there, where you get 60 days of their top tier on Crunchyroll for just gifting 2 subs into my chat right now. If you want to do that, you could do that. That's the last day of that, so we'll go back into the category we belong in, which is Makers and Crafting, because we are making and crafting. That's the best category for what we do, as far as I'm concerned. I'm sure there are people out there that are like, no, you're in the wrong category. Gunpla, Lego, knockoff Lego, get out of here. I'm sure there's some people that don't like us being in this category, but whatever, we are. I feel weird about being in just chatting, but it means that I do think that I got some gifted subs this month, and then people got a cool bonus this month. So that seems great to me. All right. Put that there. Lord Crash says, definitely no chatting here. I mean, here's the thing. There is chatting. Are we just chatting? Just looking. We're not just chatting. That's the thing, right? We're doing more than that. We're probably going to raid Jeff Gersman tonight. I don't know exactly when he's going to go live, but I mean, he may already be live for all I know, but I know that Jeff is going to be doing an NES stream. He is ranking every American release NES game, official NES release that came out, not just, that's the plan anyway. And I do not know when he is streaming tonight, but I know he is streaming at some point tonight. He made that announcement, and I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, we'll raid Jeff if we can raid Jeff." I'm excited about the ranking. The ranking is always good. Classic reviewers only playing a game for 15 minutes. Sarcasm. Yes. Yeah, he's only playing the games, and some games he's very familiar with, and then he's disappointed, or he didn't play the NES version, and so he's disappointed to see how the NES version was. Or some games like he's never heard of, and he's like, oh, shit. All right, that's cool. And some of them are just terrible. That's also a thing that's happening. It's pretty fun. Artistic Biologist, very good name, wants me to ring the bell. Here's the bell. It's a physical, real bell, and I'm going to ring it right now. Thank you for using your channel points for something like this. I rang the bell. Thank you very much. Because of that channel point redemption, or because of that point thing that I put in there, John wants me to hit the dance button. I will hit the dance button. Because of that, there's just a bell on my desk 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I just always have this bell. John says, need to run for food, but I want to hear the music one last time. Yes, well, John, go get your food. And also, here's a dance song right now. And you can imagine me, I don't know, showcasing the before and after of some furniture that I restored, or I don't know what else. What else could I be doing? The reveal of the shed that I built in my backyard using all recycled materials. The 24/7 belt lifestyle for using a bell. Indeed, I have this bell is just always here, ready to go. Now I could put it with other gear and just take it out on streaming days, but what if I forget it? Instead, it's just right here where my mic arm is, or where my mic arm is attached to the table, and that just seems to work out pretty okay for me. That it just seems to have worked out pretty all right. All right, so we're doing some signal lights here. Okay, put this here. I don't love I love this clear red. I don't love they're just like, they put a clear part with a little ink there, and that's how they designate that, I guess. I think that they could do a better job of that. Mould King, if you're listening, I don't think you're listening. And that goes, where do you go? How do you work? Huh. Did I do... Oh, okay. I understand what I did wrong here. I now understand what I did wrong here. I need brick separator. This one is in the wrong spot. Can I wedge this out? There we go. I understand what happened. This is supposed to go like this, and this goes like this, and this goes like this, and then this piece goes like that. Booyah. All right. Indeed. Yes, it's always good to be ready. You're right. You're very correct. All right, and this goes on here. Oops. This is definitely going to just fall. This back piece that is not attached. There's not enough so far anyway. Hopefully it'll get built up. But right now, this whole back bumper is not well attached. Hopefully there's like a 6-part that goes along here. But if not, I could see this seems bad. Like this just falls off right now. And that doesn't seem good. Hopefully there'll be a solution there. I imagine so. I don't know. I have no idea. Like I said, the other version of this that I built seemed okay. This seems a little shakier. Okay, good. We do have it. We have a 6 across. This will make that way better. This should theoretically, yes, this seems to have helped. Stabilization, which is great. Do I have any news to talk about? I got some anime to chat about in the second hour because we always have anime to talk about on stream. I guess we should do a Twitter update. I have switched from using the browser extension on Firefox, Better Twitter, Minimal Twitter. I've switched from Minimal Twitter to Control Panel for Twitter because Minimal Twitter was good about reducing things, but for whatever reasons, notifications weren't showing up. Like I would have to click on notifications and I would be surprised that I'd gotten some, or messages. I wasn't getting any notifications about DMs. So I've switched. That's just on me. It seems fine. It does what I needed to do, which is I don't see ads and I don't see trending topics because I don't care and I never want to see trending topics. It seems like a fine little thing. The other, my Twitter update is I'm tired of tweets not embedding anywhere. Get your shit together. Yes. You want to see maximum. Lashbrook, yeah. I hate having to copy a link from Twitter and then paste that link into like a Discord channel and then edit that link so it says FX Twitter or VX Twitter, depending. But also, sometimes when you copy a link, it copies as x.com, not twitter.com. So you then have to take the X out and then fully replace it with FX Twitter or VX Twitter. And that is very frustrating. And I hate it. And I wish that was not the case if you wanted to share a tweet on like a Discord chat or whatever. We're doing one of these first. Okay, so we got to need 2 grays. Yes, I am frustrated with that. It's gotten old. I've only had it copy link as twitter.com on desktop. On mobile, for me, it's always X. Yeah. So, Lashbrook, I have seen x.com in sometimes on copying a link on desktop. And it's not as often as twitter.com, but it does happen. And it is annoying. All right, so I need this piece here. I need 2 of these. I need 1 of these. I got the 4. And now let's build it. The other Twitter update, yes, I don't want, oh yeah. The other Twitter update that we do need to talk about is Elon Musk. Elon Musk was in a quote-unquote good interview. People are trying to tell me that was a good interview. Those are sycophants of Elon Musk saying that was not a good interview. He basically implied that he liked and was friendly with the person interviewing him, and then send that person's name incorrectly, which is that's not a good sign. He called Andrew by the wrong name at the New York Times Deal Book Summit. Yes, it was good. Yes, it was good to laugh at. Yeah. So this was on Wednesday. This was yesterday. He did later say like something about like, oh, I guess I maybe I should be less emotional or something to that effect. And as we talk about this, we're not going to get into mind state or anything like that. I'm not going to talk about any of these things because Bob Iger had talked about his own interview. He talked about like why they pulled ads from Twitter. And so then, of course, there's a chance to, hey, let's talk to Elon Musk about that. Let's get Elon's response. But yeah, Camilla Harris has been there, Lena Khan from the FTC, Bob Iger, and then the commissioner of the PGA. So they're like, hey, we ask that, and he's like, you know what? Don't advertise. If someone is going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Is that clear? Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience, that's how I feel. Don't advertise. So, what the fuck does that mean? It means, in plain English, hey, don't threaten me and say what I can and can't do and use it. And by blackmail, I guess Elon Musk is saying, hey, don't try to dictate what I can and can't do on my website, because by saying if I don't do what you want me to do, you will not advertise there. Advertise or don't advertise, which is a choice. That is a choice to make. It is it is a thing you could say and you could believe. I guess you could do that. You could do those things. And of course, that is in response to retweeting fucking Nazis and hate speech and being anti-Semitic. All of those things is one of the reasons. Now, he's going to sue Media Matters, of course, going to sue Media Matters for this, because Media Matters, clearly fabricated things to make it so that to then get these advertisers to pull out. Sure they did. Meanwhile, Linda, just stone face, just in the front row. The person who is the CEO, the new CEO, because Elon Musk took, he's not CEO anymore. Remember, he took that. He didn't want that job anymore. He stepped down as CEO. He's still the owner of the company and does a bunch of nonsense, and no one can tell him otherwise. Look. Oh, yes. After calling him Jonathan, he's like, oh, sometimes I say the wrong thing. He goes, I should, in retrospect, not have replied to that particular post and should have expanded in greater length about what I meant. And no, you don't. You don't. We know. We get it, Betty. So it's important to note and to like state this here. Elon Musk, in an attempt, I think, to portray himself as cool and badass and edgy, gave away the synopsis of his own character, right? He let us into a window, and I think these words ring very true for 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 19-year-olds, still figuring out who they are, taking steps into adulthood, trying to like get out of their teen years and become a person. Elon Musk in his 50s saying the following here really does paint a picture of the stunted growth emotionally that this man has. This father of many. There's a real weakness to wanting to be liked. I have no problem being hated, by the way. Hate away. Now, I'm not a psychologist. I can't psychoanalyze the man. And I won't psychoanalyze the man. It's not my place to do. And I should say that there is someone who is a people pleaser is a thing that they should work on. The desperate need to be liked can be a challenging road, and it can be very difficult, and it can lead to personal setbacks and heartbreak if you are reticent to go out of your way to do big and small things directly so that people will like you and you will feel needed and accepted. That's a real thing, right? But when Elon Musk says it, it's, I did the bare minimum and wasn't showered with praise, but I get an immediate response if I'm an asshole. I get an immediate actual response. So please hate me because you are acknowledging my presence on this earth. You are and by saying I don't want you to like me and you can hate me, I'm me, Elon Musk. I have the power now because I'm dictating that me, a fucking edgelord, I'm doing this on purpose. My real true self not being respected, loved, acknowledged, desired. No. I'm making the choice not to be those things because it's a weakness to want to be liked and admired and desired and respected and appreciated. That's a weakness. I'm hateable. So go ahead and hate me and give me my immediate feedback because now I'm in control. I wanted to be liked by funny people and they don't like me. So now I'm doing this. If only The Onion and Hard Drive magazine had pretended that I was funny and charming and clever, then maybe some of this wouldn't have happened. It would have, but maybe not all of it. I don't want Twitter to go away. An author I love deeply is effectively enshrined there. She passed last year. And if Twitter goes away, so do her words. I just want things to be better. Wouldn't be my place to do it. But yeah, I mean, you can archive Twitter. And you can find that stuff there. It is, look, Twitter, for all its faults, had some upsides. He's going to run into the ground. I would not be surprised. So here's the thing, right? Elon Musk is going to destroy Twitter. He's in the process of doing it. He will continue to do it. I have no faith in the idea of him selling it off. And I fully expect him to destroy it before he sells the brand Twitter.com to somebody. He'll rename it Twitter and then legacy sell it off because he won't want to sell X. But when he does sell it off for nothing, he will effectively have destroyed it on the way out. And it'll just be the name. But I am confident that he will burn the place down as he goes for purely spite. The way he talks about Earth is like someone that wishes he was on Mars right now. Well, that's the thing, right? He's got that, like, some of it is just sheer stupidity, right? Some of it is failing upwards. Some of it is just being just like a complete and utter buffoon and a nonsensical person. This is some of that things. And some of it is this belief that society is holding Elon Musk back. A rich man with seemingly who should have no cares in the world outside of the health and well-being of his family, but has so much hate in his heart that can't be possible. But it's us. We're holding him back. Mars is a frontier. And there is a drive in the heart of small men. And I say that humanity. In small humans, there is a desire to start over in a place with less rules, way more responsibility, but less being held down. The idea is, to Elon Musk, is that there's so much more that he could be doing if it wasn't for like these jerks, these whatever, these people holding him down. That he's got so much more to give, and his genius is being, mistreated. And of course, he doesn't actually want to go to Mars. He wants Mars on Earth. He wants a frontier. He wants to do whatever he wants to do without any repercussions, because actually going to Mars is scary. Or going to a new place is frightening. He could move to a tropical island and live on the frontier if he wanted to. But he doesn't want that. He just wants less restrictions in his life. A man with so few restrictions. It's been said before, we'll say it again. The best thing about Twitter is the thing that he is trying to kill, which is you can reach out to someone and ruin their day if they're an asshole. Like, the idea that he could just steal memes and post memes, and then some people will be like, hey, what if you didn't steal memes? Like, that was asking him not to steal memes is a major thing that broke him. It's like a major thing that wrecked his ass. I will also say a man died, and Blue Sky was good, and Mastodon was good. Co-host was co-host. There was some stuff. Tumblr was awesome. There are social media platforms, other social media platforms. I don't know how Threads was. Because I don't care about Threads. So I can't tell you how Threads did. Also, we'll move on from Elon Musk. We're going to take a pause for the cause, talk about Waging Sports Channel, do all that. Yes, and a famous person within the world of politics passed away, so brands have to honor that person. It's a rule. You gotta honor. Brands gotta honor. Social media people gotta honor a person, and then also to show that they're not anti-Semitic, to prove they're not anti-Semitic. Definitely mention him as a Jewish person, despite his disdain for Judaism as a religion and Jewish Americans as a people, his outward hatred of his own race and religion, in an attempt to gain favor from people who were also anti-Semitic. But you got to bring up how he paved the way for Jews in American politics. You got to say that because he was Jewish, so you got to say that and all that other stuff. But yeah, brands got to dictate. They got to come out in support of a monster. It's the only thing that brands know how to do. Yes, Drill has a tweet about now having handed to bad people. Yes. Oh, well, I apologize. And I, in fact, did not have to give it to him. Hand it to him. Yes. Yes, that is out there. That is a thing. I know it's social media, and we've been trained otherwise, but sometimes you don't have to say anything. You don't have to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. About many things. Now, there are some things that silence is a fucking bummer, right? Silence can be a goddamn bummer. for true and for real. Silence can be an admission that silence is acceptance in many instances, and that is a nightmare. But sometimes, also, if you don't like, I don't know what to say in this situation, you can say, "Hey, I don't know what to say in this situation. I hope to have something to say to you soon." Before we take a pause for the cause, I do need to unfortunately just mention Vox is going to be laying people off. Vox Media is going to lay offs across the country or across the company. That's a fucking bummer. And Embracer laid off 50 more people. Embracer has laid off so many fucking people this year. And they might close a studio. They might close. They're probably going to close Free Radical Design. But yeah, they laid off 50 people. Also, hey, guess what? If you're like Embracer, there's no good news with Embracer. Don't worry, there's some good news with Embracer. The CEO Lars, and the company's board of directors, they're discharged from liability. In December, they decided, actually, we're having all these problems financially. Turns out it's not our fault. So that's a good news, right? That's real good news. Yeah, no. You can't get rid of the CEO. You can't get rid of the board of directors. You can't have tough decisions on acquisition freeze, anything like that. No, instead you're just like, no, we're good. You just be like, no, we did everything that's okay. Which is just wild. I want to see here. The directors, the board, and the CEO were discharged from liability for the financial year. Basically, they're like, apparently it's not the CEO's fault, and it's not the board's fault. That's basically it. Which is just, I mean, cool. Thank God. Thank God they're not responsible for the situation that they have clearly caused within their own company. But once you reach a certain level, responsibility, everybody just got to buckle down and do the work of all the people that we laid off. You guys all have to do their work, and you got to step up and personal responsibility. And why would you quit a place that will clearly lay off as many people as possible, and then blame you when the product isn't as strong as it could be? Who would quit that? Unheard of. I got our next parts out. It's fucking depressing. What isn't depressing is I don't know. Maybe the pause for the cause is also depressing. Maybe me talking about ways you can support the channel is, been there, done that, Pat. I am now fully depressed about what you're about to say here. I don't fucking know. But if you are currently a subscriber to the Build With Baer Workshop, just like John did, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the Tier 2 blue emote into chat. Being a subscriber is the easiest way to support what I do here. And for the next couple minutes, I'm going to talk about ways that you can support the channel. We're going to get into capitalism. I am part of it. I don't like it. I don't like this implementation of it. But guys got to eat. Model kits need to get purchased so that I can keep building them. But yeah, being a subscriber, easiest way to support what I do here through Cash Money or your Prime Gaming token. Bits and coins, you could cheer like Harold did tonight, which was very fun. You could also gift a sub in the community. Bunny Fiend, Aristofan, and John gifted subs, which is kind of them, incredibly kind. Silver Streak and Lord Crashington and Crazy Coog also gifted subs this month. It's just incredibly kind. The leaderboard will reset tomorrow, but you could gift a sub. Reminder that you could gift 2 subs if you wanted to, and then you would be able to get Crunchyroll Mega Fan Premium for 60 days, which is a very fucking good deal. $10 in gifted subs, 60 days of their top tier. It's a good deal, and you'd be helping me. That's one way to support what I do here. Another way to do it is through my Patreon at patreon.com/PatBear. There's a $1, $3, $5, and $10 tier. There are different rewards for different tiers. If you signed up today, then tomorrow you would get a message from me about my streaming schedule for the first half of the month. So that way you just have it there, right in your messages, right in your email, right on Patreon. You get that. And there are different rewards, and you can take a look at those rewards if you're interested. I have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/PatBear. Go over to my YouTube channel if you'd like to see what's going on over there. Over on YouTube, you could subscribe for free or become a member. And for just $2 a month, you get my Wednesday videos on Tuesday. So you would know in January when I debut a brand new series, you'll get that a day early. You'll know before other people what my new series is. It's gonna be pretty good. I have tested it. I've done a test video that won't go out to people, but I am fairly pleased with how it's going, with the new idea for next year. Anyway, if you want to one-time just give me a quick donation, you're more than welcome to do that through PayPal or through Coffee. Everything I make through direct donations, through YouTube, which includes AdSense, so watching my videos helps me financially. Just says, I love that you do a different video series every year. Yeah, one year I did 2 series because I got sick of it, so I stopped doing one project and jumped to another. The reaction videos was just annoying, so I stopped doing that project. But yeah, the idea is that every year I do another one, my Wednesday video project, and the goal is to stretch myself in different ways and also have a consistent project. Everything I make through all those things, YouTube, Twitch, Patreon, it all goes into a fund, and with that fund, I buy model kits and equipment. So this kit that I bought right here, the FD35, this was voted by my $10 patrons as something that I pull out of my backlog and build. The last thing that we built previously was chosen by one of y'all, and that's a cool thing. So I have a backlog of stuff that I'd be happy to build. There is a way to say no, Pat. There are actually 3 ways to say no, Pat. You build what I want you to build, and that's to buy something for me to build, because that'll jump the queue, get a dedicated video on YouTube. That's the whole thing. I got an Amazon wish list. You buy something on my Amazon wish list, it comes in the mail. You can include a note. I make a dedicated YouTube video, as I said, and then it becomes the next thing I build. It jumps the queue. I've got model kits, Lego sets, inexpensive things, expensive things. Some gear at the bottom. There was some stuff that was on sale that is now no longer on sale, but is still decently priced. It looks like I'm fairly confident someone bought me the Surge Protector power strips that I put on there. Somebody bought those. Thank you to whoever bought those, because I'm pretty sure I put them on the list and they're not there anymore, which means somebody bought them, which is cool. I can filter by purchase, but then I have to find power. I have to then see if I can find that. Here we go. No, I can't find those. Maybe I took them off. I don't remember. I think those were on my wish list, and I think someone bought them for me. I'll find out in a couple days. John says they should arrive on Sunday. Don't ask me how I know. Okay. You can buy something off my wish list. That's a piece of gear. I'll make a dedicated video about that gear, but obviously I won't build it. But it jumps the queue. Now, Amazon's the easiest way to do it, but Amazon sucks, right? It's unfortunately very convenient, but that's not great. So if you want to have an alternative to Amazon, I have a Throne wish list, and Throne is an independent company, not Amazon, which is nice. Some of the stuff on that list is from Amazon there, so it's, it kind of sucks, but whatever. We're doing what we can. And then the most convoluted way that Ghost Valve did, so I was able to buy to build the Epion because of Ghost Valve's generosity, is go to USA Gundam Store. You make an account there. You buy a gift card. You get an email with the gift card code. You send me a whisper here on Twitch or a DM on Twitter with the gift card code, and then I use that gift card code, and in this case it was 2 gift card codes, to buy something from USA Gundam Store. You can make a suggestion of what you'd like me to see me build, or just like, hey, buy whatever you want. That's the most convoluted way, but any way you do that is rad, and I appreciate you for those things. If you want to support me and not spend any money, I got a Discord. Jump in my Discord. It's full of great people. It's a good time. You're welcome to come to the Discord. Other video links. I will have a new episode of Pat Bear's Anime Club up on Monday. But the current Pat Bear's Anime Club is recommendations for this season of anime. If you've been waiting to check some stuff out, you can watch that. And then Baerly Rehearsed is an ongoing video series. As I said, this is my yearly video series. This year is Baerly Rehearsed, where I write and perform a piece of comedy that I have rehearsed some amount of times before I recorded. And Baerly Rehearsed this week is a very silly one. It is a repetition. I am repeating a line. It is very silly. Sometimes the cool thing about this series is no one can tell me don't do it. They either watch it or they don't, but no one gets to say, Pat, you shouldn't be making this. So I can just do whatever I want. And in this case, doing whatever I want was just saying a line over and over again. I did that. It's pretty fun. It's also short. You could watch it if you want to. I think that's all I wanted to say there. I'm going to talk about some anime. I am in desperate need of drinking some water, so we'll do that. And then we'll get back into building here. Continue to work on this. So we do that. And before I really dive in there, I do need to drink some water and dramatically transition back to the overhead right now. All right. Okay, now let's continue to work on this kit and also chat about some anime. Helck. Why? Come on, Nightbot. Come on, Nightbot. There it is. Helck. It's on High Dive. It's a show on High Dive that I watch. It's one of the shows on High Dive that I watch. Although this season it's the only show on High Dive that I regularly talk about. I've had a lot of problems with this show. I've talked about it a bunch. I'll talk about it more in the wrap up of the fall season. But I am sticking with it. I do want to see the end. This episode was a lot of action, none of which involved Helck. But also got some flashbacks, and we're starting to understand a little bit more. And our big bad is starting to be identified a little bit more, and that's probably good that we're finally starting to learn a little bit more about the people who have caused a lot of these problems and possibly their motivations, at least somewhat. Those motivations aren't good, but we are learning about them. Wait, this goes like... Yes, all right. I believe I have done this properly. We'll find out if I did this step wrong, but I think I did this step right. We're just working on the car here. Vermilio wants to go to the Human King's lair. The idea is if we can defeat the Human King, then we can stop all of these humans that have awakened and are just monstrous, and we can, save all the demons in the world. And also the humans. The Awakened Knights are trying to take out another demon lord, because the thing we realized, of course, a while back is there's not just a demon lord. Demon lords are just like a thing. There are a lot of demon lords. So Demon Lord Shin is being attacked. A bunch of so they're like, apparently, hey, the whole justification for defeating the demons originally was the demons are spreading monsters throughout the world. But in this case, turns out, I don't know if that was always the case, but right now, the knights have figured out how to make monster dens. So there are going to be a bunch of monsters showing up, which is bad news for the demons because a bunch of monsters are showing up. In the past, one of the demons was trying to meet with Kless. Oh, no, I'm sorry. A human was trying to meet with Kless to fight the demon lord that got defeated. Kless is Helck's brother, who defeated the demon lord. Mirkos, the guy, our main villain, is basically just like, no, we should be working in the shadows. That's where we're best at. And then he summons a cursed creature. Meanwhile, that guy in the present is still helping things. But we're getting the sense that maybe this dude who we thought was a villain might end up possibly helping us out here. Again, we don't know. Could be that this human could be beneficial to the cause. Again, up in the air. There's a fight between these humans and the demons. You know, we got more fighting going on there. Let's see. There's a bunch of demons that are there. Migros reveals, hey, I'm the one that killed the demon lord. It was actually me. Azundra is trying to lock Mirkos up to question him. And Mirkos reveals, hey, Mirkos actually, turns out Mirkos is very old. I don't know how we're just learning that now, but apparently Mirkos has been very old for a very long time, which is weird that we didn't know that previously. He's over 1,000 years old. And the idea is, okay, well, you know, we're trying to make peace with with humanity. This dude's got to die, though. We got like the only way for that is for this nightmare to go away. Also, because Mirko says stuff like birthing a new world, and like that's bad. Turns out that's a bad thing when you start talking about birthing a new world and like that. Yeah, that sounds not good. That is a red flag, as it were. So yeah, lots of action. Nothing with Helck, the main character, the guy who's the show is named after. Nothing with him. We're building the front of this car, and this whole step seems very weird that we're doing here. All of this feels not great. This has to go in. Basically, it's like a weird way to get this part of the car built. Because I have to have these like that. Yeah, okay. There it is. This feels not good. There's parts of this that just don't feel great. And I'm like, yeah, all right. What are you going to do? Mould King. Again, when I say they're the best of the fake knockoff Lego, that's still faint praise. It's like, yeah, it's the best of the bad stuff. I got an episode of Bullbuster to chat with you about. I want to tell you about this episode of Bullbuster. Oh, what happened here? Oh, okay. I got an email. It is not important. It's fine. Okay, so where does this go? This goes like, oh, it goes over this. Okay, that goes over that. That locks that in place some. Okay, that makes some sense. Gray. So far, I don't feel like I've done anything like I haven't fucked anything up yet. So we'll find out. Hey, we'll find out if I do fuck anything up, and I'm going to have to just start tearing it apart. That happened. We did do that. An early step turned out to be wrong. Hello, Vicky. Welcome. When I did that, knock off the UFOI, Back to the Future, or the DeLorean, the knockoff Lego of that, I had really messed up an early step. And then also I messed up pretty bad on, I think, the ghost in the jack-o'-lantern ghost vampire thing that I made. Those fake Lego. The name I can't even remember what that was called. But whatever. Bullbuster. Hey, Bullbuster is still a show that I think is pretty great, and I think you would like it. Again, yes, there are monsters. There are mechs. You know, I say this pretty often. But the thing about the show that I like most is that it is people dealing with small business problems, and that is just still very funny to me. Oh, this is the dashboard. Okay, we're building a dashboard here. Should we? Before I talk about Bullbuster, I do think we probably need to make this decision. So this is the Red Sun's vehicle. This is the FD35 from Initial D. Do we swap the steering wheel? Do we put it where it really should be? Because I think we should swap it, right? Let me know in chat. Should I swap this? Because I can just swap it. I don't think it's going to fuck anything up. I think, in fact, it would just benefit it. I think we should swap it. I think I should put the steering wheel over here. And, like, put this on the other side. I think. I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts. Lord Crash says builder's choice. Because, like, we can go by the letter of the vehicle. And, like, I mean, the car is an import. So, theoretically, in Initial D, Cascade might be driving, on the left of the car. But I don't think he does. I think he's on the right side of the car. I don't know. I think I want to swap it. Like, no one's going to sit in here. No one would even notice it. Like, what did I do I don't even know what I did on this car. Did I just do it? I want to say on the A86. Oops. Which I just knocked over. This here. I want to say on the A86, okay. So on the A86, I just did it as instructed. So I guess I should leave it as instructed so they match. But what I actually want to do is I want to change that. It's probably not going to be easy for me to change that, but in my heart, I should have changed it in the first place. This shouldn't be like this. You know what? I can do it. We're doing it. If I can easily do it on this car, we'll do it so it matches. Yeah. Yeah, I want to change it. So this go like that. Come on. Come on. Come on. Well, maybe I can't easily change it. No, yeah, all right. Oh, okay. So I have to swap some other stuff if I want to do it. This piece needs to get swapped. This is so, like, why am I modifying this? We're done with this. We're not even working on this kit. Why am I doing that? Like, this doesn't make any sense. But it also, in my opinion, makes the most sense because they should be right side drive. Even if they're imports. Yes, deja vu, indeed. Even though they're imported cars, they should still be right side drive. I feel like that way they're street legal. Because these are street legal. Can I get this to work? I don't know why this... Oh, there it goes. I got it. It looks like this was sold in America under a slightly different model number. Yes, that's true. But these are the Initial D versions because they have the street racing or the tofu shop signs on them. So we're going to do it. This side is way easier than the other side to swap. So yes. So we're going to swap these over. We'll put this part on the dash here. And then we're going to put this here. And we are going to make it right side style. Great. Decision has been made. Because like I said, I mean, maybe I can put, this isn't going to like fit a, I guess like it does fit a minifig. It does fit a minifig. It doesn't line up right, but it does fit it. Anyway, I'm going to wait and talk about Bullbuster on Saturday, I think. I think we're going to wait and talk about Bullbuster on Saturday along with the other shows. We'll just do that because I watched 2 episodes of Bullbuster. We'll just make Saturday a heavy anime episode or anime talk because I'm actually caught up. I've been a week behind on Bullbuster because I didn't start watching it right away because I was like, I don't know if I want to watch this. But then I was like, oh, this seems fun. And I do like mech series, so I think I'll watch that. And now I'm pretty hooked on it because it is. I've gotten used to the part of it that I didn't think I would like, which is the fact that it's a mix, like the vehicles, the Bullbuster and such are CGI, where everything else is digital, and I didn't think that I would like that. So now's the part of the stream where I want to hear from you, friends. What are you watching right now? What are you playing? What's got you going? What are you really interested in right now? I'm always interested in hearing from people about what they're playing and all of that, because that shit is fascinating to me. So I would love to hear from you, or if you're watching anything or anything like that. I always like to know what you're up to, what you're into. For me, your friend Pat, I've been playing Hearthstone. You know that's what I'm doing a lot of is Hearthstone. I'm still way engaged in that. Been enjoying the new decks that I've been playing. I'm at the point now where I've got a bunch of I'm ready to go with a bunch of dust in order to craft some cards because I'm going to start making a new deck. I'm going to make a Reno deck. I've been trying to get the new Reno hero out of card packs and haven't been able to. So I am instead just going to use dust to craft it and then make my very silly deck for that. Okay, so where is this going? This goes like that. This goes like that. Also, I finished. I'm done. I actually finished it. I didn't think I would because I was thinking I was going to take a break from it. Turns out I'm not taking a break from it. I'm taking a break from it because I'm done with it. I finished Yakuza Gaiden, or Like a Dragon Gaiden, I should say. I finished Like a Dragon Gaiden. My overall thought of it is it's not as fun as the last Yakuza game because it's not really a full ass Yakuza game. There's some stuff that's fun about it, but I was compelled to finish it. It's not a hard game, but I was compelled to finish it just because I like those games, but this was not my favorite of those games. I would say don't wait for it to go on sale maybe, or play it on Game Pass, but I wouldn't necessarily pay full price for it myself. Okay. But I still enjoyed is the wrong word for it. At the end of the day, I'm glad I played it. I'll say that. Because I like those games. It's not, again, it wasn't my favorite. I don't think I would necessarily play it again. Play through it again. I don't think there's going to be DLC because the whole thing was kind of DLC. I don't think they would, but if there was extra stuff in that game, I don't know if I would play it. But I'm glad I did. I've been playing Diablo 4 again. I'm back in on Diablo 4. I was looking for something, and I realized without realizing it, in the background, I had downloaded an update to that game, and I was like, well, if I have an update to it, I should probably go in and play some, because I don't have anything new right now. I'm definitely looking for like a small game to play. Oh, God damn it. Why does this not want to go in? This doesn't want to go in. I need it to go in so that I can move on to the next step. Oh, there it goes. Now I got it. Yeah, I'm definitely looking for something new and small. So I just went back to Diablo 4, which is not new or small. But I did have fun with it. And that was good. I will say, having fun with it, pretty all right. I would recommend it. If you're having fun with video games, you should play those video games that you're having fun with. That's my big announcement tonight, friends. I know it's wild. Okay, what have you been saying here in chat? Lord Crashington says, I've been playing Chance of Senanar, which is a rad language puzzle adventure game. Yeah, I watched some people play that. I think it's cool as hell. It's not for me. It's not a game I would play myself. I don't see myself playing that game. But it does seem neat. And I do like neat video games. So, I don't know. So I totally understand why you'd be playing it. John says, I'm still playing Star Ocean 2, the second story R. Oh, the second story R, which is Star Ocean 2. Starting Persona 5 Tactica, Screw de Novo, and watching Muv Love Alternative, and almost done with the Tenchi Muyo Ryoki. Nice. There's so much Tenchi out there for you in the world. I would say at some point you should at least check out War on Geminar, which is, I think, season 4 of Tenchi Muyo, I think, is when Tenchi's brother Kenshi we learn about Kenshi, we kind of get to know Kenshi. You don't need to watch that to watch War on Geminar, as long as you realize that, like, all of the girls you know from Tenchi Muyo, like, Kenshi knows. Because it is an isekai. War on Geminar is, what if Tenchi's brother got isekai'd? And sometimes uses mechs, but most of the time is just very strong and nice, and a bunch of ladies love him. There's so many goddamn ladies in War on Geminar, and they all really like Kenshi, which makes sense because of the guy who made it and his feelings on what he would want in a game, which is in a world like that, which is to have lots of ladies who love him. All right, how does this work? So these go on the outside. This actually needs to go here because, or no. Wait. Yes, because we swapped things. I now need to put this here as part of the dash, because it was going to go there, but because we swapped the dash around, I need to change where this goes. And this needs to now go. Oh, wait. Wait. This needs to go here. This needs to go there. This still goes here. Sorry, everybody. I have fundamentally changed how this works, and therefore am confused. It goes like that, and then this goes like that. No. How would that work before? There would have been a hole there. Does this go like this? And then this goes like that? Because I moved some stuff around here, I don't know how this piece is supposed to work, and I don't know why. Other than that, you're excited for SteamWorld Build tomorrow and thinking of watching the new Godzilla in 4DK. Ooh. You're going to see Godzilla -1 tomorrow. Nice, Lord Crashing. Yeah, I mean, I'll see that eventually on a social media, or not social media, what I'm saying, on a streamer. Okay, so did I mess up some of this? Okay, I think I know what happened. I skipped some steps. I realize now that I skipped some steps, and that explains why this is wrong. So I'm going to use the part separator here to pull this up. I do have to reverse a piece and put it on the other side because I reversed where the steering wheel was, but that's not on here. I skipped a step. That does happen sometimes when I'm like reading chat and then I pop back and forth, is I miss a step. Let me do it with the other side here like that. Yeah. Thankfully, got the brick separator. It's no big deal. These are parts I'll have to use here. But yes, I did. I didn't do any of these steps, I don't believe. Yes. Okay. No, I did. I put that in there. And that went like to that. And then I did this step. Okay, I went from 49 to 51. I got to do 50. Yeah, I hope you have a great time at Godzilla. That seems fun. SteamWorld Build. I heard Vinny Caravella talking about that game. That does not seem like a game for me, but it did seem neat. So I hope you have a great time with it, Lastbrook. I am, again, looking for a game. I don't know what game per se I'm definitely looking for, but I am looking for something. I got to find something to play now that I have finished Like a Dragon Gaiden. All right, so this piece. Sometimes these instructions don't do it for me. All right, so let's start by. Wait. Whoop. Nick, this is just subscribed with Prime. Thank you so much, Nick. That's for 5 months. Let's throw the Bear Cave Lego Scythe Tier 2 Blue Emote in chat. Thank Nick for their support. Appreciate you very much, Nick. Thank you. That's 5 months. That's awesome. Appreciate you very much. But yeah, I mean, I don't tend to go to the movies these days, but I do want to see that Godzilla because it looks rad. So I will at some point see it. Okay, so these pieces go like this. And this piece goes like that. And then this goes next to it. And then we've got this piece that goes like here. It's part of the dash. And this piece goes like here. And then these go to fill in the gaps here. Okay. And then we can do the step that I was like, what's wrong? Why am I doing this wrong? Which is now that we've built up all this, this goes here, this goes here, and then this would go on this side, but because we swapped the steering wheel, this goes here to be the other part of the dash, and this goes to complete the dash. And now that step makes sense, which is awesome. It's so nice when something makes sense. My $10 patrons are going to vote on what I build next because I think during Saturday's stream I'm going to complete this. I don't know if it'll take the whole stream on Saturday, but I do think I'm going to be wrapping this kid up on Saturday. So I'll have to have my my $10 patrons vote on what I do next. I've got a Lego set, and I got a bunch of model kits for them to choose from. So I've got some options of some good kits. I got some older kits. I have a couple newer ones. I don't have anything from Witch from Mercury because we've almost built everything from Witch from Mercury, but there's still a few things, but I don't have them yet. They're on my wish list, and eventually, my not so secret is that sometimes a lot of things I buy is because I'm looking at my wish list and something is on sale or within my budget, and I'm like, oh, well, tomorrow, tomorrow is the first of the month, where the majority of my patrons, even though it's rolling admission, you can join any day, it wasn't always, and the majority of my patrons pay on the first of the month, so I'm going to have money coming in that day, And then I'm like, okay, well, if I have, you know, money coming in that day, then I will, wait. This is wrong. I did this wrong. Oh, okay. Got to fix this. I put this piece on wrong here. These two things are facing the wrong direction. So let's see if I can fix that easily. Can I fix that easily? Oh boy. I don't know. This is the minor thing that I did wrong, but it is a thing I did wrong. So we'll see if I can undo my problem. Because these are supposed to be on like this. And then this goes in like this. And then these go into there. Okay, that was not a hard way to solve that problem. And then this goes... Okay, so then this goes like this. Like that. Ooh. Yeah, all right. Figuring it out. But yeah, so I have stuff in my backlog, and then, yeah, I look at Amazon, and sometimes I just buy things off Amazon on my own wish list and just pick them up for myself. Obviously, I don't make a dedicated video about those. And I don't treat them like somebody else bought them, but I do pick them up. Okay, and then... Okay, this makes sense. Sorry, everybody. I'm figuring this out now. Some of these decisions feel like they were not made by human beings. I think I've said that before. Some of these build decisions are like they started with a design and then worked their way backwards. Because some of them, like right now, this is pretty flimsy in many ways, and it will be less flimsy soon. But right now, and Lego isn't like that. Machine learning Lego is, yeah, no. Lego isn't like that, right? Lego is when you add a piece, it doesn't feel like it's all going to collapse until you add a support, right? Like it's built, the support comes from the building. Sometimes that's not true, but most of the time you put a thing in and then it just kind of like builds up from there. And then suddenly you're like, you've built this whole incredibly detailed structure where this is just like, you put this piece on and then hopefully eventually like, I'm going to put a piece on here that's going to stabilize everything for a little while. But it just means that consistently this kit feels very unstable. Like a lot of the time. And that's not great. That doesn't feel good. Like these pieces here can flop off very easily right now. And you don't want that. You just don't. All right, so we'll put that on there. And now it's going to feel a bit more stable. But I shouldn't have to worry about that constantly with this kit. All right, and then we need 2 clear parts here. But yeah, I think we're going to finish this up on Saturday. And so my patrons will vote tomorrow. It'll be the first vote of the month, which is neat to be able to do. And they will decide what I start after that, which could be a real Lego set, because I do have a real Lego set of 3-in-1, a fun little vintage motorcycle thing. And then I also put like 2 model kits. Obviously very few people are $10 patrons. I give them like 3 choices every time. And I try to at least make one of those like a Lego or something different. And then usually 2 are model kits. And I try to mix it to like something I just added to my wish list and something that's been on my wish list for a while. Or, sorry, something I just added to my backlog, I should say. And then something that hasn't been in my backlog that long. And I try to mix those together. Because that is nice. Nice to have. All right, let's move on to the next step. We have made a bunch of progress on this, which is nice. It is nice to, like, feel like we've done something to this whole thing. That feels good. I don't dislike that feeling. But, it would be cooler if I liked the product. I don't know. These will be on display probably in the end of January through February when I do my big, because at that set, quote unquote, I have a lot more room behind me because it's actually like above, like it's taller than me. So I can put like a bunch of stuff out. and I'll probably put both of these on display. I'm keeping them for now. I broke down the I broke down and sent to a friend the DeLorean because he was interested in it. So I took it all apart with the instructions and sent them to him to put together himself, which he has not done yet. He's going to give me a report on it, but hasn't done it. So someday he will, and then I'll know how he felt about it. But he was interested, and I can't donate those. I don't want to mix in any of these not Lego in with my Lego that go to charity because I do the Lego replay. I almost have enough of a box to do that. I'll probably do that soon. So yeah, I'm putting pieces on the top here, and I have to like hold the bottom to put these pieces on, and I shouldn't have to hold the bottom because because if I put too much pressure on it, like part of the front of this car is just like gonna fall off, and that is a bizarre feeling to be like, oh nope, I got to be careful because otherwise gonna be in trouble. It's like I shouldn't feel like that with these things. But yeah, I don't want to mix these in with the other Lego, the real Lego. Because they don't want that. They only want real Lego for Lego Replay, which makes sense. Oh. All right, I'm going to get one more step in here, and then we'll probably call the stream. I'm going to finish off step 58 here, and then we'll wrap up this thing on Saturday. Where is the other piece that looks like this? That is the issue with... Here we go. Other piece there, and then I need 2 1x3s, yes, and then 2 of these. But it is nice. Hey, look, we started with nothing and we got this far. That's always a fun thing about any kind of building on stream. That is one of my favorite parts of this. Obviously, my actual favorite part of doing this is talking with people and hanging out. I really enjoy that. I still enjoy that a lot. But after that, it's making progress on a thing because there's a lot of stuff I do that doesn't lead anywhere or anything. So having something in my life where like I started with just a bunch of pieces knolled, and I'm ending this stream with a good portion of this build done. That feels good, even if it doesn't actually feel good because these parts don't feel good to put together. The completion of this portion of it is thumbs up for me. For your friend Pat, this is pretty good. But that is gonna do it for tonight's stream. We're gonna go we're gonna go raid Jeff Gersman. We're gonna go hang out with Mr. Gersman. He is playing a bunch of NES games. He has been streaming for a little under an hour. As John says, we always end with a raid. Jeff has been streaming for a little under an hour. He'll probably go 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. I don't know. But we'll go hang out with him. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Thank you for everybody that subscribed or resubscribed or gave bits. Always cool. Come back on Saturday for more of this. We'll finish up the Red Kings FD35, and we'll move on to other things. I don't know what yet, but we'll figure that out. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your night. I will see you on Saturday. Enjoy the rest of November as it is, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.